How you doing there? Paul Bars from paulbars.com. Hello and welcome back. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We're looking at our series, Success, Happiness and Life. And over recent videos, I've been talking about some of the most important goals that we can have in our life. Now, why would I be doing that? Simply this. Goals, desires, wishes, hopes, these are the things that keep us alive. These are the things that motivate us. If we can come up with powerful reasons as to why we want to achieve, why we want to learn, why we want to become with these certain things in our lives. Let's take it one more step. Let's look at another thing. Might perhaps help you put together your top 5 different things in life. The things that you need to make change, that you'd like to make a difference on in your life. Now, this is one of my favorites. It's only recently become one of my favorites. It's part of what I'm doing right here, right now with these videos. Let's talk about our contribution goals. The things that we do, the things that we give, the things where we help, the things where we pass out the information and see what we can do to change other people's lives. Now, some might look at this and look at the big picture out into the future and go, well, let's talk about leaving a legacy. Okay, I'm only 40-something years old as I'm recording this right now. I'm not planning on creating my legacy just yet. So I'm looking at things that I can do in my life right now. Things that, how can I help? Whose life can I make a difference in? How can I assist this person or this charity or this business over here? What can I give, not what can I get? These are some of the questions I ask myself. So just like in the last couple of videos, after this one, I'd like you to take 10 minutes, set those 10 minutes aside and do some brainstorming and let your heart go here. Now, it doesn't matter who you are inside. It doesn't matter what you think of yourselves. I want you to put aside all limitations, all financial constraints, all time constraints. Put aside all of that and do some brainstorming and ask yourself deep in your heart, what would you like to be able to do if you could in helping other people? Would it be at an individual level? Would it be at a corporate level? Would it be on a global scale? What would you really like to do? Not what you believe you can. What would you like to do if you could? Now, I personally believe that this is a valuable part in life. I have learned over time that the selfish road, it just doesn't work. And the only way to get your eyes off yourself is to get your eyes onto somebody else. One of my favourite authors, Joyce Meyer, said this in a particular way. She said, get your eyes off your own problems, Paul, and put them on somebody else. And magically, some of yours will just disappear. Because like I suggested in an earlier video, it's not so much what's happening out there, but it's what's happening in here that makes the difference. So if you've got stuff going on in your life that's making things a little hectic, a little difficult, well, get your eyes off it and look somewhere else. And this is what I'm talking about with contribution goals. So take those time, that 5 minutes, and brainstorm a whole bunch of ideas. Then after that, you know what comes next. You should know by now. 2 to 3 minutes, look at them and say, if it were possible, let's give them a time frame. 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, 20 years, whatever it might be. Give them a time frame. Forget about the side that it may not be possible to do who you are now. That's okay. We're talking about success, happiness, life. We're talking about making change from who we are now. Of course, that's what's needed. And then in the last 2 minutes of these 10, I'd like you to choose just one of them. Give it a time frame, 12 months or less, and write down why it would be so important to you to actually achieve that and put action into that and begin working on that in the next 12 months. Why is that so important? And if you can't figure out why it's so important, you're looking at the wrong thing. Now here's the thing. I've mentioned over the last 3 videos that, you take these 10 minutes out. Now, what if you're going to be sitting there going, I can't come up with what I want in 10 minutes. That's okay. Spend the day. Just let it drift in the back of the mind. Let your creative consciousness develop and desire. I really do believe that deep down, each and every one of us wishes we could do more for other people. One of two different reasons. And let's accept this as a fact. Some people help others because they want to help others. Some people help others because it makes them feel good for helping others. Doesn't matter which. It is, I believe, our sovereign duty that when we are blessed, to then be a blessing for other people. This is a scriptural principle that I've lived with now for a number of years. I had to make change in my life in this area. Perhaps you need to make some change in this area as well. Or perhaps you just maybe need to more clearly define the change in your life. Maybe you are someone who just naturally gives, who just naturally helps. But can you perhaps define in those 10 minutes more accurately and do more better from that time given? I believe you can. And that's the purpose of these videos. That's why I'm giving them to you. These are not my own ideas. These were given to me. Now, part of my contribution now is to give them to you. So get started, 10 minutes, you know what to do. I'll talk to you again in the next video. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.